Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Sovik. Okay, so I think from the last episode we finished exactly in the same spot here, which is Duskwallow Marsh. I haven't been back and done anything as yet. I haven't been back to fund the bluff, haven't checked the mailbox or anything. So we are exactly where we were before, still on 145,000 gold. So the plan for today is we are going to finish off the quest, which is up here, Jarl Needs Eyes, to go and kill these spiders' eyes. Get that one done. Come back down here to hand in the Witch's Bane and then that quest. And then we'll head into Brackenwall Village, have a look at the mailbox, and then we'll probably start heading further south. So, with no further delay, let's just crack on and get involved in this. Hopefully the internet problems I had in the last episode will not occur again. It was... the area where I am in the UK at the moment seems to have some proper internet problems locally. So it wasn't just my girlfriend's flat; it was just taking out the whole area was as well. So, which isn't very good. Okay, how are we going to get past these guys? Let's come around here. Come around this way. Yeah, so the internet problems were very frustrating, and in fact I'm going completely the wrong way. That would help if I came down here. And hopefully we won't need to kind of stick to the episodes of the recordings back together again. So in terms of levels, we are up to like just over 27. I will try and do a push today to try and get up to level 30, which means that we'll be able to get flying, which means that off recording I can start doing some mining, and therefore as a result also look to improve my jewel crafting and maybe get some of the jewel crafting rings and things on the market, which would be good. In terms of context, so when I am recording this, like what's happening in real life, obviously Shadowlands isn't quite released as yet. We're still in the pre-patch stage, and also last night Blizzard announced that they were looking to crack down on multi-box, and specifically the software used to replicate or duplicate commands in terms of multi-boxer, so things like IS Boxer. So looking ahead for us, what does that mean? It probably means, if it has the effect which many people suspect it's going to have, that things such as mining on a, I've got one character which has got mining and it's got dual crafting, but it might mean that some of the ore prices are going to be a little bit higher than what they normally are, because you're not going to have the hordes of druids descending and swooping on all the nodes and put them on the auction house. So hopefully we might see some of the ore prices go up as well, which will be great for us because we can be self-sufficient, and any sort of ore we've got left over from the dual crafting, if we just want to do some mining to earn some money, hopefully we'll earn a bit more money from doing that as well. Okay, but back to today and now. So we've got 20 of these spider eyes, I believe, to pick up, and we got 2 for that one. Again, hopefully I don't need to go into the mine. I can probably pick these enough spiders off outside. There's another one just up there. In fact, I'm going in the other direction. Okay, and we are obviously collecting the grizzly trophies as well. Let's grab that one first. So what are we on now? We're on 4 of 20, so everyone so far we've picked up 2 eyes. Got 3 from that one. We got 2 from that one. Okay, we've certainly not got no issues finding the right amount of mobs in this area. There's 100 of these spiders knocking around, which is great. Another 2 from there, so we need 9 more to go. Okay, another 2 from that one. Again, if you look at the health meters up in the top left there, we're really, although we're not killing them really quickly, we're not having any problems with health issues at the moment. Not using the Void Walker. Killing these one at a time seems to be very comfortable. Okay, that's 17, so we need either 1 or 2 more spiders. Okay, so we will need the second of the last spider as well. Again, let's get the dots on and look to start whittling him down. Okay, so that's up and done. So before we head down to Brackenwall Village, let's go back over here. So I think we need to probably go cross country first of all to ignore or get past that village there, which is full of mobs. Yeah, I had a funny feeling we might attract his attention. So far, so good. This is one of the zones where if we'd have followed the path, that northern path, it wouldn't have been to our benefit. We'd have actually gone into the that unnamed village and had some sort of issues. Again, now I know there's some mobs around here, so let's just come off the road a little bit. Swing around them. And that should do it. And we've got 400 yards to go. So hopefully with these 2 quests, that might be another chunk in our Dusk Wallow Marsh storyline to get the achievement to complete that one. Unless there's another one which we need to do, or another couple which we need to do. It has been quite annoying though, having to run back and go and kill all those spiders. Okay, we need to avoid these zombie creatures. And there we are back at Witch Hill. In fact, we haven't dodged all of them. We've got one of them on us. Let's just kill him. He's one of these risen husks that we were dealing with in the last recording. There we go. Straightforward. Okay, so let's go and speak to Jarl first.
What can I do for you?
So he needed the unpopped Dusk Mist eyes, which we just collected from the spiders. You got the eyes. You got the eyes. Tasty spider eyes. Some eyes, when you stare at them, they stare back. Eat those last. They keep you company out in the swamp. Hello, little spider eyes. Hello, you taste like chicken, gooey, salty chicken. Okay, 5,000 experience of doing that quest. Okay, so we've still got another couple more quests to do. So hungry as an ogre. You meet some people out here sometimes, nice people. Met an ogre once. Ogres get hungry just like me. I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Mud bid ogre, me hungry, go bash fishy, bring mud food, you feed mud or mud eat you." So I got him those fish and he ate them up. That's when I started too. The heads are the best part, all soggy like. Don't crush those heads now, it makes them sad. Sad heads aren't good eating. Get me happy heads and I'll eat them and be happy too. So we need to collect from that spiel there, collect 8 Myothin heads from Myothin murlocs. And we get a pair of dirt feet stompers, which don't look as good as what we've got at the moment, although it's very close. This is versatility and we've got critical strike and haste, but we'll accept that. And we've got another quest here called Jarl needs a blade. I have cutting to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to cut, but I need myself a blade, a certain blade. Some people call it a sword, I call it a swing blade. You help me? Those fishmen, you know, murlocs or whatever they're called, there's one called Razorspine, carries a big sword, lives northeast of here near the beach. That's the sword I need. But don't sleep on this, what I'm cutting won't keep forever. So we need to obtain Razorspine sword, and then we get a choice of gear. It's been a while since we've had a choice, I believe. We get the Artisan trousers, which according to this tooltip is a 5% upgrade, and it's got a higher item level, or we can pick up the Reed Knot ring, which does look like a significant downgrade to what we've got already. So we'll probably go for the trousers on that one. And then we've got one quest to hand in to Mordant Grimsby, who wanted the Witchbane. Were you able to gather any of the herb? We must work quickly before whatever evil is behind this infestation consolidates its hold on this area. So let's give him the Witchbane. Mordant accepts a bunch of herbs from you. These match the description exactly. I prepared the torch while you were out. All that remains is to fasten the herbs to the end here. So let's complete that quest for another 5,000. And we pick up another quest from him called Cleansing Witch Hill. The torch is ready. Plant it at the end of the dock and be prepared to face whatever comes forth. I have no idea what the torch's smoke may reveal, if anything emerges at all. I suspect something probably will emerge. I must say I have my doubts about this kind of folk magic, but we haven't time for anything else. For your sake and Giles, I wish you luck. So plant the Witchbane torch at the end of the dock and defeat the evil haunting Witch Hill. After that we get Mordant's Travel Tunic, which is item level 31. Again, is because it hasn't got the secondary stats of critical strike and haste, is not an improvement on what we've got already, but we'll accept that as well. Okay, so let's go and do the first one, because it seems to be we are right here. So I think it's a case of just place a torch on the end of the dock at Swamp-like Manor, which is where we're at. Okay, so that's a torch lit. I can't see anything coming at the moment. Oh, here we go. What's his name? Zelfrax. Now we can target him. Okay, so he is on 2,400 experience, the stamina, which is a little bit more than what the mobs bring back at the moment, which isn't a problem. Again, just checking my health and the Void Walker's health. No issues there whatsoever, so he might have a bit more health, but it doesn't hit hard whatsoever. And that is him killed. That was fairly straightforward. Okay, let's go and speak to Mordant Grimsby again, hand that in. Is it over? Let's hand back the torch. It worked. Mordant clears his throat. I mean, it worked. Jarl and I are in your debt, Sovik. Now, the only remaining problem is my friend's taste in furniture, and I'm afraid that that won't be solved as easily. So we get the travel tunic from him and 6,300 experience, which is a good chunk. The tunic itself is not as good as what we've got on already. To give you an idea in terms of a tooltip, the one which we bought off the auction house for 3 gold is 190% stronger than this. So we'll keep on the one which we purchased rather than that reward. And now let's push on and go and do these ones that Jarl wants. So here we are. So this is where we're going at, up here, up to this northern sort of peninsula. Now we haven't been up this way yet. It's not too far, it's 216 yards. And it's fairly simple to avoid all these spirits. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We're looking, in fact, that's exactly who we're looking for. He's the boss. That's Razor Spine, so let's go and kill him quickly. That's a stroke of luck. Doesn't have any sort of friends with him. Very similar health to that last sort of flying bat guy that we just killed. Now this one is what we need his sword, which I'm guessing is the one he's swinging around at the moment. Again, another fairly straightforward encounter. We get Razor Spine Sword. That was straightforward. Now we do need to kill some murlocs. We need to get 8 murloc heads, or what they call Myafin heads. We've got someone interested in this. Where's he just paired from? It says I'm in combat and I can't see anybody. Let's engage him though. Okay. Let's try again. He managed to evade. That's better. Kind of glitched out a little bit then. So this is a Myafin Coast Runner, who again, it seems, for whatever reason, in fact there's 2 of them suddenly appeared. Something's not quite right here. Let's try and drain life just so we can keep in direct contact with him, so we can run off. Okay, that's one killed. Now I did see a few of them through this gap, so what we're going to want to do is accidentally trip into like about 7 or 8 of them. That probably wouldn't go particularly well. Okay, that's another one done. We've still got no heads from these guys. And it's still saying that we're in combat with something. Let's wander around this bit. This is a Myothin Murloc, not a Coast Runner. Now he has got a little pet with him, some sort of crab. I think it's called a crawler. So we're probably going to kill that as well. Okay, again, fairly straightforward. We're not getting a great deal of experience on killing these guys. Okay, and we got our first Murloc head. So these Myothin Murlocs might be a bit more sort of successful for us than what the Coast Runners were. But saying that, they were kind of glitching out on the side of the hill. Maybe I have to kill them in this little area itself. Let's grab that one as well. Okay, so that's Crawler dead. Let's kill this one. We'll try and loot them all at the same time. He's working down. Let's put some dots in this one actually. I think if I'm fighting like 1 or 2 or sort of more than 2+ targets, I've got 1 head out of all that. I need to be a bit more sort of savvy with applying the dots. Once the dots are applied, I really can kind of change to another mob, put the dots on that one as well, and then probably switch back to the very first one. Just like that. Okay, so we've got a couple of them over here. Let's see if we can take the one on the left. And let's take the one on the right. Again, fighting 2 at once doesn't seem to be too much of a problem, to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe I'm being a little bit overcautious sometimes. You get another head from that one. So on 3 of 8. So it's not a particularly good drop. You're not getting one like pretty much every single time. It's not quite as common as that. So we are going to have to probably kill a few more than what we should be able to. Again, just trying to get this rotation right. Trying to get all these dots on the right ones. Hopefully, by the time we kill this last few, it should be quite a few corpses for us to. Again, no issues so far with like potentially getting killed or anything. Just loot him. So we got, after all that, we got 1. So the drop rate is very low, for whatever reason. But they also count as Grizzly trophies, which is great, because we do need to try and get them. So that's 5 of 8. Okay, another Murloc here. So if you hover on the Coast Runner, it does sort of suggest that you can get the Myothin heads from them, so I don't know. And we did get one from that one. Okay, let's try and grab maybe 1 or 2 of these at the same time. Is going to be fairly comfortable. Let's kill him before he runs off. Again, bit of drain life. We've got an instant cast Shadow Bolt, so we'll use that as well. Okay, that's 2 more killed. No heads from those 2, which is a shame. Let's try this Mythin Murloc with this crawler pet. Again, one thing you just got to be very conscious of, like when you come into an area like this, is we're killing quite a few at the same time now. What we don't want to do is suddenly see a load of them respawn, and then you're suddenly in a pack of like 15, 20 Murlocs. That'll be quite tricky. So I dare say, although they're quite weak by themselves, if you've got 5 or 6 of them on top of you, it would make things a bit more tricky. Okay, so we've got a head for mess. We just need one more. Hopefully, this last Coast Runner will be the one that does that. Okay. And it isn't, so we've still got to go on. Yeah, we haven't picked up any gear so far in this episode. Not all the spiders we killed earlier on, and these murlocs as well, and we've killed a fair few of these murlocs now. We haven't picked up any sort of green items or blue items that we can find in the auction house. But there we go, we got our last Mythin head. So let's get ourselves back down to Jarl and go and hand these 2 quests in. We definitely have got enough now to, that's the boss, we'll just run past him, so we've killed him already. We've definitely got enough now to level, okay, maybe we won't kill him as he dismounted us, dazed us, so we'll just kill him again. Yeah, so we've definitely got enough in terms of quests that we need to hand in to jump up to level 28. And we've actually got a few, I believe, around Brackenwall Village as well to hand in as well, so we should be able to put a good, maybe even half a level on the time we hand these in. Depends whether Jarl has got another quest for us or whether this is it. Okay, Razorfin finally killed. As we loot him quickly, in case he does have anything, which he doesn't. Okay, let's pick a path again between all these spirits. Right, that's all of them lost. And then back to Swamp Light Manor.
Hey there.
Okay, so first one, hungry as an ogre. Jarl's hungry, just like that ogre. So here's the 8 Mythin head. Wonder what it's like to be an ogre. Big people have to eat more. Ogres must be even hungrier than me. That doesn't sound very fun. So we get the feet from him, which were going to be a bit of a coin toss whether they're going to be any better or not. We'll check them out in a second. We've just reached level 28. We've got a new passive effect called Agony, which now says it ramps up to 10 stacks, which is pretty good. And we've also got Razor Spine Sword. We actually killed him twice. That's a good blade. It has a good swing. It's a good swing blade. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want to try it. Later I'll try it, but like I was saying, thanks. So I think the most obvious one to go for here is the trousers, which we will do. 5% increase. Let's complete that. Did he have another quest for us, or was that it? No, that appears to be it around here. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Let's equip the feet. Our feet are 9% stronger. That was one I thought was a 50-50, so we'll keep our original feet on. And the legs are 5% stronger, so let's equip them as well. Great, right, that's everything done there. Now, we need to get back to Brackenwall Village. We have got a half-stone, which will take us back to Brackenwall Village, so let's just pop that. So we're currently through level 28, we are 29%. Let's just take a shortcut and whiz back there quickly. I have a slurp of coffee. Okay, now we've got a few to hand in here, as I was saying. So the first one is to this elf over here, Balanda Brightstar.
What business have you?
That was when we went and freed Ifania from the tower. Have you freed Ifania and reclaimed my cargo from those glorified privateers? We have indeed. So we got 4,000 experience of that. Well done, Sovik. As soon as Ifania has had time to rest, my preparations are complete. We'll depart this sodden wasteland and head back to civilization.
Stay the
So that's
course.
4,000. No follow-on quests from him. In fact, we only got one more to hand in here. And then we've got Nazir blood pike. And what was the one he had? Oh, we've got 2 for that. That's why. So we've got Ferromore spies. Good work. Their infiltrators are skilled, but they're not good enough to escape the watchful eye of a horde. So we get 4,400 experience for that. And the Ferromore docks. Oh, this is a quest which we need to take. So the Ferromore docks. Sovik, 2 of our spies were sent to steal documents from a ship at the Ferromore docks. They gained the papers, but were discovered and were forced to throw the documents into the sea. One spy later escaped, but was unable to recover the prize. He reported his failure to me, and now I charge the task to you. The documents are in a footlocker in the water somewhere beneath the Ferromore docks. Find those documents, Sovik, and bring them to me. So the objectives: bring the captain's documents to Nazir Blood Pike in Brackenwall Village. The 4,400 experience. Let's accept that. And then we've got the lost report to hand in. And here we go, spy's report. Good work, Sovik. Our agent Marge Night Eye was stationed outside Ferromore. He was charged to spy on the city. This is his latest report, and it may be his last from your testimony. I fear that Marge met his end in the swamp. So 5,500 experience as well as 18 gold. And that has given us the achievement progress of Swamp High Story, which is the 3rd one down the list, which is a little bit surprising because we haven't finished the 2nd one yet. I don't know where we're supposed to go for that. Work left undone, but we'll just carry on with the quest and see where we do. That's another one ticked off, which is always good. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. We've got one down here, which is Talk to Ogren. We've got this one, which is the Ferromore Docks one, which we'll probably do next. Which I suspect the easiest way is to hit the road and follow the road all the way down, sort of past where that jar was at Witch Hill, down here to the docks itself, which we haven't explored yet. So we'll go and have a look at that one. We might go and see this one first, so maybe go and talk to Ogren and then follow up, just in case he wants us to do something over there as well. That kind of makes sense. Okay, but we're not going to do that in this recording. We'll do that in the next recording. But before we actually do finish a recording, let's go and do a mailbox check. Now, normally I've got a rough idea what's actually in the mailbox, so I may have been relisting stuff. On this occasion, I've got no idea what's sold or what's expired. I dare say there's a lot of expires. Let's get rid of the junk first to a vendor. I know we've got a lot of rubbish in our bags. Let's get rid of all that. Do we need raptor meat? No, no. We get rid of all these items. Light feather's not worth anything. The potion's not really worth anything. The frog leg stew, the swamp splints, and the mystery meat. So let's get rid of all that rubbish. Now when we go and do the mailbox, we're not going to be sort of having items scattered around. Okay, so let's get rid of all the expired first of all. Now I can see we've got 574 in the mailbox, which isn't a great deal. And what you can see on there is the Wise Man's Belt, which sold for 474. Again, this is one of the Crossroads vendor items, which I think was listed on the auction for about 8 grand. It costs, you know, maybe a couple of silver to go and purchase. So again, it's a really good vendor flip if you just, especially if you're brand new, you're not really keen on fishing, doing any of the Dark Moon stuff, and you've got limited funds, go and grab some of that stuff. But Whispering Vest is also a Crossroads vendor flip as well. That's 94 gold. So again, all adds to the pot. And the last sale we've got on there is the turquoise brooch for Fire Flash. I bought that a few episodes ago and was going to use it, and it told me I think I need to be level 33 or something ridiculous. So I got rid of it. So I sold it probably for about 1 or 2 gold less than what I bought it for. So what I'm going to do now is, before I start doing some of the quests, I'll wrap this recording up. I'll whiz back over to Thunder Bluff, get all these bits and pieces you can see on here relisted. I've still got some of this Dark Moon Firewater, which is down to 70 gold now, so I'll probably get that thrown on as well. I've got 29 of that. And then the Dark Moon Dagonwars is currently at 10 gold. I've got 59 of them. So hopefully those things will be fairly quick sellers. I'll get rid of that and look to increase some of our coin balance beyond 146. And then yeah, in terms of where we are in terms of leveling, level 28 and probably about 2/3 of the way through that. So by the end of the next recording, we should be good to go. Oh, actually, there's an auction house there, so I'll probably should use him before he disappears. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, goodbye.